We're Baits and Bucks. Welcome to the Broadhead test. She is leaking! That's a nice one. Let me grab one of those. Those last two are stacked.
Winner.
Those last two are stacked.
Whoa! Hole!
You scared the doom out of me.
Welcome, guys, to the Broadhead test.
More like the Doom Broadhead show.
Yeah, the Doom Broadhead show. The biggest thing we want to find out today is, does this Doom Broadhead
Thing is,
pass the test against these fixed blades, which a lot of people use today? This is made by the Smith Bros Precision Points. It just came out. It's something that is, I would say, unique. It helicals left or right. You can orientate these blades to be left or right helical, whatever your arrow is, essentially.
yeah. And similar to like
Yep.
a single bevel, you can single bevel left, single bevel right, and you get a directional wound channel. The way that these blades fix to the ferrule, you're going to get the same thing. You can directional to the left, directional to the right, match your fletchings. It's very unique, very new compared to a traditional fixed blade, which you're just getting that straight punch. And so what we want to see is, what's the quality of these? How do they compete? How do they stack up against the rest of the broadheads that everyone's comfortable going to the store and buying a pack up today? So would we recommend it to you? Would we shoot them? Do these stack up against the rest? How sharp are they? How well do they fly? What's the damage look like? What's it going to do when it actually hits some bone? Let's find out.
At the same price point. I mean, roughly the same
Roughly
price
the same
point.
price
Within
point.
$5 to $10, you're getting precision archery, precision points,
Yep. Made in America.
made in America, with what's said to be a 2.5-inch cutting surface. And I would say this, I mean, in my hand, it's a pretty slim profile broadhead.
Especially compared to, you know, like the Schwackers.
Yeah. I would say for this to have that kind of cutting surface, that would be pretty impressive.
Yeah,
So,
the key difference is, I mean, this is 4 blades. So you're going to get a little more, but compared to even an Exodus, very common these days, these Exodus. 3 blades, 4 blades, it's smaller, and you're still going to get, in theory, more surface of cutting area. We'll find that out too. Let's weigh these things up.
Yeah, let's
I
weigh
mean,
them.
there's
Let's weigh
precision archery, right? So I expect good things out of this.
Precision archery is the name of the game.
Zeroed out scale, these are 100 grain broadheads. We'll call them 100.1 grain broadheads. That's pretty impressive.
100.1, that's good. Another one here.
100
on the dot. Yep, definitely that one's got to go back.
That one is arrow number 1 in the quiver. Third and final broadhead out of the package. 100.0.1. Can't make up its mind which friend it wants to be with. The first one or the second one. Oh, 99.9, 100. As you can see, living up to their name. Tried and true precision archery. So they look amazing out of the box.
Yeah, they do.
Put together. Only one does come put together because you can flip those blades left or right. So you do have a little bit of work to do, but it's for the long-term good. You can match your helical.
Yep.
And so,
Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into all the tests. Hope you guys enjoy them. And we're going to come back here at the end and kind of go over the scores and have a little bit of discussion on it. So
stay tuned. And
let's do it.
See you in a little bit.
Boom.
Get out of here. All right, here we go. We are going to do the damage test, penetration, whatever you want to say. This is where we got rib here, loin in the middle, simulating a heart, and we're going to put these through. We got slow motion-ish. We got GoPro. We're going to try to capture as much of this as we can capture. And then we're going to rate effectiveness, entry wound, exit wound, cutting surface area, damage to the heart, damage to the ribs, and drainage of the fluid. So let's get going. Each broadhead, one time. she is leaking. Oh, you're a little high. I don't know if you got the... I think you did miss the heart. Let's see. I think it's clean miss on the heart. I don't see any damage. I mean, it's just ribs. You know, it's got that really nice chisel tip. All in all, this broadhead's, you know, it's solid. There's a reason a lot of people shoot it. It held up great.
It did.
Great exit entry wound, looks like. I think
I'll aim a little lower on the next one.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it was a great shot. It's just that this is so thin, you know?
It's got a really good entrance hole, you can see.
Yeah.
Right in here.
We're about to really see. And, alright, I think that's good. Let's get this on. There we go. Rib number 1. I mean, there's bone fragments. I mean, it went right through a rib. Literally, that rib is broken in half right there. Nice, decent triangle. I mean, it seems somewhat small, but that's a fixed 3-blade for you, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get crazy damage out of it.
Let's check this back side out. This one did go in between a couple of ribs. It still took some fragments off. I can feel it in there. It nicked this one.
It's got good damage. I don't think...
Good damage.
I think it's good.
Drainage was good. Here's what we're gonna use to measure. We're actually use the front side, just for consistency. But this is what we're gonna measure total cutting surface area with. We have major leakage. Yes, sir. That pounded a hole through there. Let's drain that. Let's look at this Exodus.
Daddy,
I think you got some hard action too. Exodus is known for that quality. Whew, she's still sharp. Looks great. Exodus looks great.
Looks like we definitely got...
The heart is clogging up the drain hole. Let's take a look at that heart. Yes, sir. Right through the heart, exit out. Bones are, oh, that's plastic. But bones, we'll say. I mean, got a piece. Got a piece, nice entry hole. You know, that is not gonna go far. And let's take a look at these ribs. The hole, that's the exit, which is a little smaller. That broke a rib right here, just like the Grim Reaper did. Here's the entrance, which we're gonna use for comparison. The first hole, which is this one, looks just like the Grim Reaper. We're gonna measure that though. And, oh, right through a rib.
Man.
This went through 2 ribs, front and back.
That damage is way...
Front, back, heart. That shot bones into it.
Yes,
There's
sir.
bone fragments in there floating around. Punched a really nice hole through the container.
Kind of looks bigger than... I think it looks bigger.
Looks
than
bigger. I mean, I don't know what that's
that.
worth considering it's a plastic container, but it's a bigger hole. Okay, this is our first non-exit, full exit.
Get out of here.
Did not make a full exit. But this was full penetration through the heart. I mean, it's still in the heart. That may have, I think it caught the fletchings.
Oh, you can see.
Yeah, look at it caught the fletchings, you can see. The fletchings are still in the heart right here.
Still though, we're not shooting it from that far away. You would think there'd be enough penetration to go through that, no problem.
Right.
Like we're not shooting from very far away.
Yeah, and I guess we didn't say this earlier, we should say this now. These were fresh out of the box.
Yeah.
Every one of these either had fresh blades or fresh out of the box. So this is how they're gonna come.
I mean, it's draining, it's working, but if the arrow was sticking out of an animal, it would be plugging that side.
It is plugging this side.
It's going to coagulate.
When it first, before I played around with it, it was plugging this side. Broadhead.
Broadhead looks fine.
I mean, it looks fine, but it definitely does not feel as sharp as the other ones.
Yeah.
Definitely, I either lost an edge or wasn't sharp to begin with as much as the other ones. It looks like we're done out the front, so let's take this off and take a look. All right, I really want to see what the entrance hole of this looks like. I mean, I want to say that's going to be more cutting surface area than a 3-blade.
Yeah.
But look at the bleeders. You can see even some of this hide is still kind of stuck together. I probably just helped it out a little bit by sticking my finger in there. Front side, didn't even go through a rib. I mean, it went through in between. There's no broken bones here. So it had an easy entrance on top of it.
And it's still
easy entrance. It was barely hanging in there.
Let me see what that looks like.
I mean,
it went almost dead center.
It went dead center all the way through. First one to go through. I mean, it obviously did. Nice hole. Oh, you hunt parts. I mean, it's dead. It's 100% dead. It's bleeding pretty good.
It's dead. It's just that it didn't penetrate fully through at 10, 15 yards.
Everything you know about broadheads, this, width to height, length to height ratio, whatever, this is better than the first two we shot.
Yeah.
So in theory, this should be better penetrating. If it didn't have these bleeders, it definitely would. But between going fully through the heart, which that's got to count for something. That's a big piece of meat. I mean, so I'm going to say that's the reason. But still, there's nothing else going on here. There's no lungs. There's no...
I mean, yeah. I would say there's less than what's actually going to be when you put it through.
Deer.
Yeah, when you put it through any animal.
And we're 5 yards away.
Yep.
This should go through.
This should go through.
But...
I'm shocked.
Whew.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Full penetration. It did not stick in the block, but we did get a full pass through completely out the other side. Watch it hit the block and bounce off. And full penetration through the heart.
Through our biggest piece.
Through the biggest piece, all the way through. Nice wound channel, really, with the 4 blades.
You can see that it started to twist.
Center punch. Oh yeah, so let's see.
Front end.
This is straight up and down my way, and it's turned. You can see it had to at least done like a 1/3 or a 1/4 twist through this piece.
Yep. That's wild.
That is wild. So let's see. This is our entrance. You can even see like that helical, like all those blades are offset almost.
It's already twisting.
Yeah. That's the back side of it, so it was on the ribs like that. So that's our entrance. That's what we're gonna measure. Ribs, right through one. Right through a rib, right there. You can see half of it sticking out. Looks like a very clean cut, dang. So through the first rib, fully through, that thing is 6 inches, 5.5, 6 inches.
Yep.
Which is bigger than the heart, obviously. Looks like a very nice. I think we went right between 2. Lucky for the broadhead there. But the Schwacker got one, went between 2, and didn't even pass through. This went a full pass through.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. You can see the twist on you. This is the first time you can really see how those blades are kind of twisted.
Yeah, man. I love that. Shows that the wound channel is actually twisting as it's going through.
Right, and you can see, like, look at that blade cut. You can see how as soon as it hit, it was gonna twist through there. Same thing, like you can see the angle on that. And that's a nice... Oh, let me grab one of these 3 blades. This was... Oh, this must have been the... Because that looks like 4.
I think that would have been the Grim, I think.
Here's the full pass through on the Schwacker. So it's gonna be interesting because, I mean, that main cut looks a tiny bit bigger, but then the bleeders obviously are not.
Yeah.
On the other side, I mean, it's just really hard to tell. The bleeders just don't seem like they did as well of cutting. This is 4, they look all the way around.
You can already see just in this how it's starting to rotate. You can see the helical.
It's crazy. And that's a big piece too. Here's the Schwacker one that did not pass through. Give them both a nice squeeze. I mean, they are, if they're not the same size, the one the Doom went through is probably bigger. So, full pass through.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, sweet. Well, I think
That wraps up this part.
that wraps up this part. What do you think?
I mean, we'll rate them in the basement, but I'm shooting the Doom for sure. Just try to get as close to the piece of wood as possible without just straight sending it into the wood.
Okay.
We got about a foot of pork loin here.
Close your eyes.
That's true. Okay, okay. A little bit of board action.
A little bit of ricochet, but that's fine.
A little bit of ricochet, didn't get it too bad. What was that, by the way?
That was the Exodus.
Exodus. Exodus, full pass through. A foot of solid muscle. Foot of loin. Nice entrance. Really nice entrance, really. Look at that hole. That's a big hole.
That is a big hole.
Nice exit. I mean, it did not half in, half out. It was great shot, like through the center of this thing the whole way. So very good, even stuck. It was insert deep. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Speaks to the sharpness, speaks to the quality. That was good work by the Exodus.
I'm not surprised because Exodus has that kind of name.
Yeah, they have
I would
that
say
reputation.
it's very popular with everybody.
For sure.
So, sweet.
This is one juicy arrow. Oh god, I have pork fingers. All right.
All right, round 2.
Okay.
Ready?
Just like you did last time.
Sure. Okay. Here we are with Ram Reaper.
Oh, same results it looked like. Came in a little low, skimmed the board, but I think we got a pass through here. Oh, Grim Reaper went deep.
Deep?
Deep. Grim Reaper was deep. Ah,
Oh, dang.
look at that. I mean, I'll say that didn't take as much energy, obviously. That's probably why it went deeper.
Yeah.
But that is a wound channel. That thing opened up. Solid muscle. Pretty nice cut. Psh. What are you going to do? What more can you ask for? Great shot.
Yeah.
Good performance.
Yeah, I think it was good. All right.
It's sad seeing this meat. I usually smoke the meat, not shoot the meat.
All right, Schwack Daddy, here we go.
I hope you send it into the piece of wood. Okay. All right. So, Schwack Daddy, pretty good penetration. As you can see, really good penetration.
Listen.
This thing is a lot more dense than this thing right
I hit
here.
that at all. I went too low.
I think you got a little bleeder action right here. Little bleeder.
Yeah.
But that's a good performance. You got 7 inches of penetration and some good old maple. So
Yeah.
I would say Schwacker is not going to be last on the scoring.
I would say that's the best shot yet. All right.
We can shoot it again.
You want to shoot it again?
Let's shoot again real quick.
Alright,
See if
shoot
you can
again.
hit it. It's not going to be a piece of this. Okay. Full send.
Full send, baby. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Dead nuts. Really nice, actually. This is after going through wood. This is gonna score high. I don't know how it's doing it. Look at, I mean,
Oh yeah, I cut it pretty good. Right through the middle.
right through the middle. That's a really good hole. Okay. It skimmed the bottom, it looked like. I mean, you pretty much center punched it. It's just a thinner piece, so it opened it right up.
Well, look at this.
Look at that channel.
I feel like because it's rotating, you see this? It's like a secondary.
I know, both sides. That's also the 4-blade too. Like that 4-blade.
That's insane, dude.
It's
Look,
just
you can see
butterflying
where
it.
it's coming through.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, that. Look at this. Was one piece. You don't even have to butterfly your chops anymore. They come pre-butterflied. That's impressive. That's a nice hole, especially when you look at this thing. Look how small this is. I mean, that is the smallest broadhead we got here today. Look at the hole. Look at the hole. That broadhead, that hole. Come on
just
now.
shows that it twists through
Yes.
the meat.
And that extra 4th blade, that's what it makes up for. In its size, having that 4th blade, you're getting the same, if not more, probably cutting surface area. Gosh,
That's insane. Set it in there one more time. We just
look at that! It dwarfs it.
Yeah, dude, that's insane.
You would not. I would not think that you would get that hole from this tiny broadhead.
Well, I'm impressed.
I'm impressed. I'm shooting doing for sure.
Well, there you are, guys. We just went through. We just went through as realistic of a test as we possibly could for this. We have the other test coming up, but we're gonna make sure we rate these at the end of the video and see, does the Doom Broadhead come out on top? Stay tuned.
Let's go.
And we're back. Ow. Oh. Okay, it's not deep. And we're back.
Just got inside from the damage test, and we're gonna measure up this entry wound real quick, get that cutting area. And we already did it. Clear winner actually is the Doom.
The Doom.
Believe it or not. It's gotta be the 4 blades, really kind of gave it the edge there. But it was surprising just because it is the smallest broadhead that we tested. So that surprised me. It meets expectations. They advertised 2.5 inches. It was 2.5 inches, if anything, a little heavy. It's got this curved entry. I mean, right off the bat, that thing's already curving going into the first layer of hide. So that's pretty impressive. It's going to continue doing that. That wound channel is going to continue. Performances from the rest is pretty much as advertised. They all did solid. The 4th blade gave it the edge, but realistically, we had Grim Reaper second and Exodus third.
I mean Schwacker.
Schwacker second.
Schwacker second, Exodus third,
Right.
and then we had the Grim Reaper last.
Yep, that's why you got the notebook. But I did remember Doom for the W.
Doom for the W. All right.
Yeah, what's next?
Next one, we're going to move out. We're going to do the accuracy test. We're going to see how good do they fly? Can the Doom be accurate?
This one might surprise you.
We'll see you there.
All right, now we're on the accuracy part of the test. Here's what we're gonna do with these.
So each broadhead is going to have 4 groups. We're going to take the closest diameter of the grouping, and they're going to win.
Yep.
We're going to start with field tips so we get a baseline, and we're going to move through the broadheads.
Yep. Biggest thing we're still looking for is, will the helical broadhead be more accurate than the fixed blades?
This is 40 yards. Let's
Here we
find
go.
out. Round 1 update.
Round 1.
Schwacker victory.
Schwacker victory.
Schwacker victory. Need another arrow.
Round 2. Here we go.
Let's do it. All right, round 1 is finalized. We're
right.
gonna switch broadheads now. And first place, shocking result, Schwack Daddy.
Swag Daddy.
Number 1. Number 2,
Number 2 would be,
Grim Reapers.
I can't get it out. Grim Reapers.
3rd, Dooms.
3rd,
Close 3rd.
close 3rd, Doom
And,
Broadhead.
Exodus last right now.
Yep.
By quite a bit. But we're going to switch broadheads and we're going to run it back.
Let's do it. Zoom that bad boy in.
Yes, sir. Those are the Dooms coming through.
Doom's coming through with 3. I don't know. These 2 right here are pretty good.
Round 2 update. Well, actually round 3. Round 3. Victory coming from
Technically, the victory came from the Exodus
the
here.
Exodus, actually. Yep.
It was real close.
Doom close second, within an inch for sure. I don't remember exactly. Within an inch diameter. These two shot awesome.
Yep. Schwacker did okay. Grim Reaper did okay.
Yep.
But the Doom and the Exodus this round.
Those are our 2 best groups. Better than Field Tips.
Also our best shooting.
Yeah. Well, that's what's gonna happen.
But yeah,
Right.
round 2 here.
Round 4.
Oh yeah, round 4.
Round 2 of round 2.
All right, we're back. That was the end of the accuracy test. You want to go over the results?
A shocking
Shocking.
result.
Shocking.
I feel like a jerk saying that. But it's only because they were the biggest broadhead we shot.
Biggest broadhead.
The biggest broadhead we shot, most surface area, I should say.
Yep.
The Schwacker comes in at number 1.
Number 1.
With an average of 8 3/4 inch, 8.75 diameter grouping was the overall between all 4 of them. Very close second. So Schwacker was 8.75, Doom 8.9375. So just behind it. And you'll see the other ones up here.
Overall, the idea is the Doom broadhead holding up against the fixed blades? I think it is, with a close second. Definitely was Jay's best group. So I want you guys to stay tuned. We're gonna head to the next test and catch you guys there.
Nice. Here we go, guys. Sharpness test, fresh out of the box. We have all 4 broadheads. Razor blade is going to be our baseline, and we are going to see how much force it takes to cut through a consistent medium of the piece of floss, and we're going to put them all to the test. 2 times each, and we're going to take the average and see which broadhead is the sharpest. Here we go.
Let's do it.
First up, razor blade, our medium, obviously going to be very sharp. Here we got an average of 170 grams of force between the 2. 170 average. Pretty good, obviously.
Oh, we got the Schwack Daddy number 1.
Schwacker's up first. Schwacker is already quadruple what the razor took, and we are still going.
It's not schwacking. 928.
Oh, okay.
928. That's not bad.
That's maybe not bad.
That's not bad.
Let's see what the second one does. Second
Still
one,
going, okay.
Much better, almost twice
All right,
as
there
good.
we go. 492.
Not the best consistency,
I remember
both
that one.
Grim Reapers.
I got the Grims.
Grim Reaper.
Let's see how they
First
do.
attempt is...
Still going up there. I do remember that was...
I mean, it was better than the Schwacker. That first one was better than the Schwacker. This second one, though, is
yeah.
not. This second, it's a struggle.
Yeah, I remember you pushing pretty hard.
These were definitely the least sharp out of the box. I think you could,
Yeah, 100%.
you could feel it, too. The Schwackers actually felt
We're almost,
sharper.
yeah, we're over 1,200 right now. 1,244.
That's got to be like 3 pounds. I don't even
That's
know
insane.
how many pounds that is. Exodus. Exodus Old Faithful, you know. This really made a name for itself. Great broadhead, replaceable blades. Those are always sharp. 521.
521.
That is the second best score yet. See what the average is like. Second go around.
414.
So solid average for the Exodus. The Doom, these
see.
things felt sharp, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was right there with the razor blades on the first go. Second one, a little bit
357.
more, but man,
Still.
clear winner, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Dooms were extremely sharp out of the package, like razor blade sharp. The best Doom was near the average of the two razor blades. Closer to the razor blade than it was closer to the next Broadhead. So, clear winner with an average of 273 grams of force, followed by Exodus at 467. And then third was Shacker, fourth was Grim by a long shot, like not even close. Grim Reaper was 4 times duller
Yeah.
than the Doom. So,
That's
yeah.
pretty surprising. I do think that my initial reaction before doing this would have been that Grim would have had some sort of decent score on it. Schwacker, I was like, well, it could be either or. So it is kind of surprising, but I will say I'm just super impressed with the Doom Broadhead.
Ooh!
And it's in there.
Those last two are stacked.
Winner. Right. Back in the Bat Cave, Man Cave, whatever you want to call it.
What a test. What a test that was.
Heck of a test. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There's a lot to talk about here, I would say. And number one,
Summarize it for him.
I would like to say, Doom!
Yeah. That thing's getting shot.
Yeah. That thing's going in the quiver.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
It's going to get some nannies real early in the season, I would say.
It's gonna get a lot of things. I first want to say that we've said a lot of good things about Doom in this video, but it is not something we're not paid by them. It's just something we really liked, and we really wanted to try it out, and I'm happy we did.
Yeah, and truthfully, I will say the Grim Reapers got into the test because this is what was in my quiver last year.
Yep.
And so I was pretty faithful to the Grim Reapers. I convinced somebody else to shoot them last year. Exodus was kind of next on the list because I was planning on shooting Exodus rail coating this year.
Well, which 80, I don't know, a lot of people.
A lot of people are shooting Exodus.
A lot of people shoot
And
Exodus.
the archery shop that tuned my bow, he was shooting Exodus until Smith Bros came out this year with this Doom, and he was putting new strings on my bow. He was telling me all about it. I came back to pick up my bow. He had some in. I'm like, all right, I'll take one home.
Yeah.
So I took one home, and as soon as I put the first one together, I was like, wow, we should start a YouTube channel. We should start a YouTube channel and do a Broadhead test because this is cool.
That's sweet.
It's unique. It's cool. It's different. It's a winner. At the end of the day, it's a winner.
Let's go through the test, like real brief synopsis. I know hopefully you guys watched it. If you didn't, go back.
Yeah.
Before you get to this point, you're going to want to watch some of it because I thought it was pretty cool.
But here's a summary. If you're just going to skip through, that's fine.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Sharpness, clear winner. Like, not even close.
Sharpness.
Uno mas, number one. Closer to the razor blade. We've said this before. Closer to the razor than the next sharpest broadhead. So, I mean, it wasn't even a question. There was a category that they did not win. One single category out of the 4 that we measured.
Yep, that is true.
And surprising to all of us, you and me, the Schwacker and
Swag Daddy.
The Schwack Daddy
Won the accuracy test.
won the accuracy test. I think that may just kudos to our bow tuning capabilities, you know?
Yeah, I know. I think there's a little bit of human error in there.
It's possible, but, you know, 4 rounds.
Four rounds.
You shot 2, I shot 2. They came out number 1. You got to say something about that.
Yeah.
So, Schwack Daddy at the top of the list there, taking one category home for the field. Because really, at the end of the day, this was Doom versus the field. Field got 1 category, Doom got 3.
Yeah. So out of 4 tests, Doom got 3 out of 4.
Yep.
And then we had the flight path, but in reality, they all look pretty good.
Yeah, they all looked really good, honestly. And what I would say actually surprised me just because initial reaction, I'm looking at how small this one was. I was not expecting this Broadhead to win the cutting surface area.
Yeah, no doubt. I know.
And honestly, I didn't even really read the package where it said 2.5. I saw it on there, but I was just assuming when you see this and you see that, it's going to be bigger.
Oh, yeah.
And when it came down to measurements, the smallest Broadhead on the table had the most cutting surface area.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. It is the only 4-blade here. I mean, I guess the Schwacker is technically a 4-blade. It's got the bleeders. But that extra 4th blade really made a difference in the surface area.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I mean,
The damage.
The damage.
I mean,
wow. The damage was.
You got to put that side by side up right now. What was the side by side?
Oh, the side by side. The side by side of the Grim Reaper
and the Doom.
The Grim Reaper
side by side of the loins.
Look at the size difference. Number one.
And look what the
Chisel
damage
tip.
did.
And the damage difference that you see right now, the Grim Reaper just kind of slid right through. I mean, they're not turning, so I don't know. Most of these, it's still going to kill an animal, but think about maybe not the best of shot. Maybe hit it high, something like that. If it's just going to go straight through, it might not do enough damage.
Right, and not only that, but that rotational is going to cut more arteries, it's going to just do more organ damage, it's going to cause more bleeding, and that is what is going to result in an ethical kill, harvesting that animal, finding it. It could be the difference. All these will kill deer. We know that. And guess what? So will this one. And this one, hopefully it's going to kill an elk for me.
Hopefully it's going to kill a couple deer and an elk.
For sure.
But no question. I think the damage test was great all around. Like, obviously, I think they all did for the most part.
Fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
The most fun for sure.
It was fun to do that. It was fun to kind of simulate.
You guys had fun with that because that was.
Oh yeah.
I see. Until we watch this, I watched a lot of Broadhead videos, a lot of great ones out there. Yep. I see that. That's always the most exciting part to watch, and man, it was the most exciting part to do.
Oh, 100%.
It was so much fun.
That was so fun.
It was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work.
I'm excited to do it again. I hope we can do it again. If you like and subscribe and you want to see this with some mechanical broadheads maybe.
Heck yeah.
There's that new one, the Beast. That
Beast Broadhead.
I want to put that to the test. It makes me want to go to the store and buy
one. The T2.
Yeah, there's some really cool ones out there. We could run this back, do some mechanicals, but we need your support to do that. Mm-hmm. So like, share, subscribe to the channel. Overall, clear winner. The Doom does hold its own. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what this test was, right? Is it going to hold its own?
Yep.
Yes, it can hold its own. This deserves an opportunity in your quiver. What's on your mind, D?
I lost it. Like we talked about, if you guys want to see more of this, like and subscribe below. If you guys want to check them out, we'll also link their website in the description below as well. Other than that,
I'm gonna go on a limb here. And I'm gonna say, if you follow this channel, you'll see some animals killed with this.
Oh, this is gonna happen
for sure.
100%.
No question. You're gonna watch us kill something. We'll see real life how this performs on a white-tailed deer, maybe an elk, maybe a velvet deer.
Heck yeah.
We got some cool hunts planned this fall. Follow along. Come on the journey with us.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Deuces.